Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. And today we are going to be talking about this whole thing that has been going on in the US because I'm going to tell you the truth. My whole For You page, the whole of it, is literally filled with people having their opinions and giving their own take about birthright citizenship and also where the Democrat Party stands in this particular case. Sorry if you hear the fan in the background. I don't know how the volume is, but I'm gonna just try it and see to make sure that I'm able to hear myself. Hold on a second, let me see. I want to make sure that I'm able to hear myself while I'm having this whole thing. So just give me a moment. I just want to make sure that the goodness, God, the advertisements nowadays in YouTube is just it's out of hand. Two advertisements at literally two advertisements at once. I'm trying to really see if okay. I, okay. I can see that I can hear myself. Uh so literally what is happening in the US right now is crazy because even as somebody that doesn't live there, I am confused why a lot of people are turning this into something it should not be, and especially Black people being, you know, um, guilted to join this fight that is not none of their business. Like, what are you gonna go out there and fight for? Illegal migration? Illegal migration is what they expect you to go out there, something that is illegal. And I don't want to make this video long because of course I have other videos that I'm going to show you guys and give my take on as usual, but this is my thought on it. Every community is fighting for themselves, and that includes Asians, Latinos, even the LGBTQ. Everybody fights for their own when it comes to it. And one thing I don't notice is, especially when it comes to Black women, when Black women are having problems out here, I don't see a lot of any other group coming out to support and fight for them. It is very difficult to see that. So while a lot of people are out here, uh, you know, crying and saying you should support them. These people are basically the same people. I saw a video last time of an African man talking about he's a CEO of a company and having a Latino man come to him and snitch. I don't know if he's snitching or maybe just using that word. Like tell him that he should fire um, the Black Americans from the company because he got people that are better that can work in that company. And I'm like, you want to go bring your own people? Okay, if he's gonna even fire somebody, wouldn't he bring people from his own country? But the fact that he's opened uh, enough to actually employ the legal citizens of that place, you're trying to, because at the end of the day, if he would have done that, he would have actually seen the consequences of that, especially now that ICE is raiding most of the country, especially LA. And this is the thing, when it comes to the Democrat right now, I'm starting to think they are party of like the shenanigans is too much. I have never seen them fight so much the way they are fighting right now for the Black people in America. I've never seen them fight this hard, like putting their lives on the line, doing all of this. And I'm going to say another thing. I feel like Black Americans are trying to be the Democrats. They know what they're doing. They're trying to replace you. If somebody want to replace you first, they're gonna bring all these minority things. I heard that Juneteenth they planned on turning Juneteenth into a Pride Month, and I'm like, why would you do that? You're disrespecting. This is how they take away your history. They take away this. At this point, it's not even taking away. It's more like disrespecting, having no respect for it, for what you know foundational Black American. Even as I am an African, I do stand with the Black Americans on this one. And I don't even live in the United States. But seeing all the videos that have been coming out, I'm like, hold on a second. You are saying you represent. This is why I'm starting to think, especially Black women, I'm starting to think, hold your vote. In fact, in general, Black people in America in general should hold your vote until you find a worthy party and a worthy candidate that you can vote for. Because the way they're fighting right now, it's crazy. So let me just bring you back to this birthright citizen thing, and show you why it was given in the first place. This was for the children of slaves. You understand me? Let me just bring it up in here, because now the Democrats have literally mashed that whole thing together. They're now calling it minorities. Like, I heard about reparations being spoken about, and I heard somebody, is it one of the politicians, saying it will cost us around, is it how many $billion for us to pay reparations, but people that are staying right now cannot pay reparations. But the thing that really pisses me off is that you cannot pay for reparations, but you have money to spend for shelter, you have money to give other people to start a business, you have money to spend on illegal immigrants. It makes no sense. Normally, a lot of people will be like, oh, we don't stand for reparations. I'm an African, and I'm telling you, you better hold that reparations tight. Hold it tight, because until they pay you that reparation, and I'm not talking about $5. If the Japanese people got their reparation for, is it Hiroshima, and the Jewish people got their reparations and nobody made any noise about that, why can't you get yours too? What is so wrong about you getting yours? And I understand a lot of people will be like, oh, a lot of Black people will not know what to do with that money. Let them give them the money first. Give them their money. Give them what they like. This is not the thing that pisses me off the most, is the fact that when you talk about slavery, a lot of people downplay it. And that's one thing that really gets on my nerves. Like, these are people that worked until they literally passed away for generations, and the conflict, the pain, the fact that human beings were given as property to children of the slave owners and all of that. Like, their lives were meaningless if they couldn't work, if they couldn't bring money, if they couldn't build, if they couldn't farm. The atrocities that happened, and people downplay it like, oh, we can pay that now, but you got billions to put in shelters. That, like, I'm not even American, and I'm fuming. I'm not an American, and I'm pissed off just sitting here watching all these videos on my YouTube. That is because it's in my For You page. I'm not on TikTok for many reasons. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I know why I'm not on TikTok. TikTok has been having some real, like, shenanigans going out there in TikTok. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm somebody that if my spirit don't sit well with an app, I'm gonna leave. Especially TikTok, the fact that they literally, the Black content creators that are in there are being suppressed in speech. And like, when you sit down and think about all this, it's not as if it's ending. Nothing is ending. The hatred is still going on. And that is another thing I have a problem with the Democratic Party, because I'm like, what are you doing? Because you're asking mostly Black women. Is it how many percent of Black women voted for you? How many percent of Black men voted for you? And you, at this point, I feel like they're just using you to give other people's the thing. Because first of all, let's look at the representatives of each community in that Democratic Party. When something happens to the Asians, the ones that the people they voted in will fight for them and get what they want. The same with the Latinos, same with, you know what I mean? But they want to do this minority, this whole minority. I'm starting to think, in fact, I'm not starting to think, I believe Black Americans in particular should separate themselves from the minority topic, because that is the only way it's going to work for you. Separate yourself. The Asians are not coming out and trying to fight for everybody. And I have a video here. I'm going to bring that video right up in here. But let's talk about this childbirth situation first, because I don't know why I'm getting mad, and I'm not even American. I'm not even Black American, and I'm fuming. I'm fuming because even As I am not, I can still see the injustice. I can still see people being used for particular, like they voted themselves into Congress because people want to talk about minority. People want to talk about, oh, let this person get into Congress. When that person gets in, they only work for their own people. But God forbid, black people ask for something, all of a sudden, oh, we can't do that. And I'm scratching my head. And let's even get into the illegal immigration that is getting in the US. That is a nonsensical topic. No country in this world you can enter illegally and stay there. Even in Africa, let me tell, Africans don't even go to other African countries illegally. Because when you get there, Ghana is deporting Nigerians right now, saying, oh, they are not working this. Like, no, show me, just show me. In Asia, too, you cannot just travel to Asia, any country in Asia, illegally and decide you want to settle there. They will get you out of there. In the Arab world, either. You're not going in there and talking about you want to settle down. And oh, freedom and all of that, and the fact that they keep talking about black people should come out here. I hope that you guys have enough sense to not do that, because at this point I'm starting to look at the Democratic Party in a very different light, and the actions that they are being taken, the money that I've been hearing, like a lot, is it yesterday or day before yesterday, I was hearing a Congress topic. They had this thing in the Congress. I can't remember the video, but if I wish I can remember that video, because I've been checking in my history. And they were asking them, how much are you pay? Is it in New York? How much you pay for shelter? The amount that they keep paying for shelter for illegal immigrants, all that money that they say they don't have. I'm sitting over here saying, and God forbid they talk about reparations. All of a sudden, you ain't got cash. You short on cash. And I feel like they're trying to replace black Americans, because that's why they bring in all this black and brown topic. No, at this point, black Americans, I'm going to give you an advice. Please, if you can, separate yourself. Do it like the Chinese. Stay on your own. Anybody got a struggle, anybody that is struggling right now in any kind of community, let them go out there and struggle for themselves. So that at least when they get the benefit of what they struggle for, they can appreciate it better, instead of you being in the forefront of everything. Let me just bring goodness. I don't want to make this video so long, but you know what? So, reason for birthright citizenship in the United States. Here it is. I saw a video today of somebody, talking about they want to collab Juneteenth with the Pride Month, LGBT Pride thing. And a woman actually stood up and she was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I love the fact that a lot of people, especially black women, are beginning to see this, because let me tell you something, all this fighting, you're fighting for other people, they're not fighting for you. They are not fighting for you. Everybody's going to try to take what they got and keep it pushing. And you're going to be used and used and used and used again and again and again. And at this point, I'm starting to feel like the Democratic Party is not working for black people. It's mostly working for every other person but you. That is my own opinion. And that is what I am seeing so far. So let me see if I can add, let me see this video over here, because I got some video. Let me just show this Asian guy that was talking about this exactly, because this is the thing. I had somebody, is it last few weeks? Is it up to a week or the few weeks? Somebody was saying, oh, China is going to intervene. And I'm like, see, it just takes the US to say, okay, you want the illegal immigrants so much, we can ship them to you. And I don't think the Chinese people would be happy to hear that America would like to ship those people back to them. Because after that topic I had, I don't know if it's true or not, I said, no, they see, the only thing Trump got to do is that. So let me bring up this Asian guy that was talking about this particular topic over here, because I don't want to make this video long.
I'll say this, right? I'm a nobody. But it's like I've been seeing so many people asking Asian creators to speak up about the whole uh, riots in LA and all these deportation things. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. Asian people, we support the country. We support the betterment of the country. We support that. So what is there to say? What is there to say? We support the deportations of illegals. It is honestly tiring because here's the thing: we want the country to be better. We want the country to be better. We want the country to if you did it legally, if you stand in line, if you paid the price, right? You paid the money and all that. You did all the process, the paperwork, all the stuff, which usually most Asian people do. Why would we care about someone jumping in line, crossing the border, and all this stuff? Why should we, you know, be happy about that? We're not really. This is the thing where we're not really dependent. Asian people aren't really dependent on uh you know migrant labor, right? Not like other people. We're not really dependent on migrant labor.
Odin Val.
Goodness God, with this advertisement, the advertisements sometimes get on my nerves. So you heard what that guy said. He said they are not really dependent on, illegal immigrants labor, those migrant labor. They are not dependent on that. So you can see other communities literally do have the sense, can understand things when it does not benefit them. Other people can understand that. If you want to go to somewhere, I think everybody should go there legally. Yes, there are going to be some people that are going to be more favorable. Yeah, there are going to be some people that are going to get more favor. But this is the thing with the Latino topic, even let me say this, with the disrespect that I've been hearing a lot of African American, I mean, Black Americans come out here and talk about, like, you sit down and you like, could you go to their country, any of their countries, and do this and give them the same attitude? Firebomb them out of their homes, do all of that, and use whatever, word that they used to shame each other over there, derogatory word that they used to shame each other. Can you do that? No, you couldn't. And a lot of the Black cities, from what I know, have been literally, Black people have been run out of it. They've been run out of it. I'm just gonna show another video over here that I got from somebody else. I'm gonna try to link the videos in the description later on in case you want to go watch the full thing, because yeah.
Questions. They placed his face into the dirt, physically apprehended him.
And we work for California, the people who do a lot for us, right? They're taking them. What are you going to do when we're not here? What are you going to do when you have nobody left to work with?
And the woman you mentioned who was taken, she's pregnant?
She's actually pregnant. That's the saddest part. She's pregnant. She must have been scared. You don't know if this is going to cause you stress to her baby.
The thing I don't understand is a lot of people talk about who is going to come work for you. The thing is, at this point, I'm feeling like they are okay being taken advantage of, because first of all, they're not many of them, because people that speak this way, they're not going to be spending the money there in America. They're going to be sending it back home, buying homes and everything back home, sending money back home. But the fact that you should remember that most of these laborers are underpaid. The illegals are being paid less. So if you're out here advocating for that, say, yeah, let the people, you're also you're destroying the workforce, destroying the work that people that are legal and don't have jobs should have. I heard that Trump literally walked back on his other, what was it called? One of his orders, and said he's going to leave the restaurants and the farm. And I'm like, no, do not do that. And I heard a lot of people say he took it back, but I don't know yet. But I hope he didn't take it back. I hope he didn't take it back, because those places that those people are working, they are taking those illegals there to pay them half the wage. And this is also like literally cutting money and removing money of the legal migrant and the citizens of the country. So it doesn't help. For me, I agree that, if you're illegal, you should leave.
Baby, you don't know if she might lose the baby from the shock.
Quick question, and I don't mean to come across as insensitive, but this is part of the Trump administration's mandate. President making it clear that anyone who's here, who's not here legally, that this is going to be a part of the process, as inhumane as many may categorize it. There is another argument to that.
I feel like it's wrong. Like I said, they're saying that they're going to take everybody, but why everybody?
What is wrong about deporting illegals? Should they open the door and be like, everybody get in here? And that is another thing I don't understand about the Democratic Party, because yes, it kind of look more like they're fighting for everybody else. They're using the struggle. Let's not forget this: the struggle of foundational Black people. They're using your vote, but they are not giving you anything. And God forbid you speak about reparations, they're not going to try to give you anything for that reparation. They'll be like, oh, there's always going to be something that is going to make sure. And the funny part of it is other people are going to join in and be like, yeah, I don't think you should get reparations. I saw a video of a Latino man last time talking about, oh, he doesn't want that Black people in America get reparations, or that they should pay the native first and then give the Latinos. And I'm like, okay, hold on. We are talking about what happened historically. Native Americans got it bad. Black people got it bad too. And the case with the Black people is that they had to put in work or literally not be there. Not like be there. Like, it's not as if they're going to ship them back. No, like you are not going to be alive. They work until they broke down. Hearing a lot of people be so insensitive really drives me crazy. Because you're like, so you have sympathy for everybody else but this particular group of people. What is that all about?
Everybody, when you have actual criminals that were born here and who have done way worse stuff, and yet they don't get the same punishment we're getting. Why is that? I want an answer to that. Seriously. Why is it that criminals can get away with?
Here is another video of, I remember this story of this little girl that was being attacked by some Latinos in her neighborhood. And let me tell you, and it was a hate crime, but the court decided it was a misdemeanor or something. And I'm going to show you how they treat these people, especially what kind of justice, especially if you're a Black woman or a Black girl, what kind of justice you get from these parties that you vote for. And the law system, when you get injured by other people, they don't even call it a hate crime. They're like, oh no, we're going to call it something else. Let me just bring this video in here. Let me bring it over here. Oh, goodness God. Advertisement. I'm gonna mute it, wait for it to.
And today she wanted her voice heard in. Now 12 years old, and today she wanted her voice heard in court.
I'm trying to get
FBAs, $5. Illegals, $2.5 billion.
Yeah, this lady was also talking about. Hold on, let me go back to her. I think I'm going to go with the kid first, and then I'm going to go back to her when she talked about reparations, how much they were talking about. Is it $5 in a county or a state, something? So
do the math. Do the math.
Now 12 years old, and today she wanted her voice heard in court.
It did have a huge impact on my life. I would never think this would happen to me.
Today, Alexis Davila tearfully apologized in court, but left the latent criminal court.
Tearfully. I don't see any tears in her face. She did what she did.
House without comment. Davila pleaded guilty to an unprovoked attack on Trinity 2 years ago with a glass bottle in Chicago's Lawndale neighborhood. We first met Trinity in September 2023.
And that's how they push the Black people out of the neighborhood. They harm you and nobody talk about it is a hate crime. A lot of people are like, oh my God, it's not a hate crime. It's just people have an argument. For what? What are you talking about? She was a little girl when this thing happened to her. A little girl when this thing happened to her. But of course, the politicians will not talk about that. But they had Asian hate ban passed. Everybody gets everything apart from Black Americans. That's what I'm seeing. That is what I'm saying. And I'm sorry. I'm like, I feel sorry for Black Americans. I do. I really do inside, because when you see what other people are achieving and getting from people that are representing them in this particular party that a majority of Black women are voting for. And at this point, I'm like, Black women, you're going to have to sit this vote out. So maybe you're going to have to let some people learn their lesson. Because if these parties are not working for you, what have you achieved? Let's talk about it. What have especially Black people in general and Black women have achieved from this party? What have you achieved other than we need more votes? And the people representing you are not even representing you well. When something bad happens to you, nobody shows up. Nobody talk about it unless it's a white person, of course.
When she was an 11-year-old in pain, her nose was broken and her eye would be permanently damaged. She's had surgeries and therapy, but the physical and psychological pain remain. Wanda Porter addressed the court, calling this violence motivated by hate, as she and her children were called a racist slur before the attack. Porter is Trinity's mom. Davila was never charged with a hate crime, despite calls for charges to be upgraded by activists.
You see that? You're not even getting what? You're not even getting justice. You're not even getting justice.
Davila's guilty plea to aggravated battery today was part of a plea deal in which other charges were dropped, and Davila gets alcohol addiction treatment, anger management, and gets her GED. Davila previously
fighting a child and calling them derogatory words, and these are the people that are calling you to come stand in the front line. And this is why when I see videos of people talking about, oh, we need to stand, and Black people, you need to come out and stand, we need to band together. Band together for what? What are they gonna get out of it? You might get something out of it.
Previously served 5 months in jail, then 4 months on electronic monitoring. Today, she was sentenced to probation.
I feel like the justice system nowadays has failed my child.
So this is the Juneteenth topic over here. This is the Juneteenth where they try to make a mockery of it.
No, it's not. No,
it's Juneteenth and Pride all at once. Are you serious?
Intersectional identity. Can you please stop the outbursts?
I am too.
But yeah, Chicago is such a wonderful city. We will keep each other together. We will keep our city together. We will be united. And I think that's the theme, right? The theme for the Pride March this year. It was the theme for our Father's Day Artists of the Wall Festival at Loyola Park this year. It was all together. And I think that as we face division, as we stare down hatred, bigotry, people
why the thing is, why do they always want to preach to Black people though, but they don't preach to anybody else? That's another problem I have. Oh yeah, you Black people, you gotta all agree with all of this. Put yourself in that minority box with everybody else. No, take yourself out. Be like, we have our own group here, we're gonna deal with it. And another thing I'm gonna advise, especially a lot of Black Americans, do not vote for people that do not have your best interest at heart. If they do not represent you well and did not give you anything in return after that, don't be letting this kind of people in your voting for this kind of people to enter the office. Seriously.
Assassinating political leaders.
But that might happen.
Standing up for our rights.
Keep it up.
Who can't figure out how to act on the
we just got Juneteenth in 21 and y'all gonna make it Juneteenth and Pride together? Exactly. Pride month is okay, but to put Juneteenth with Pride month, that's disrespectful to every Black. It sure is.
That's right.
That's right. I believe, but y'all cannot do that. That's not right. Juneteenth is Juneteenth. Y'all cannot do that. That's every slave. That's every.
That is very disgraceful. That is extremely disgraceful. It's like they're mocking your history. They don't care. They don't take you seriously. They don't take you seriously because you keep voting for these people. And I'm starting to get the feeling that the Democratic Party is going to lose a lot of votes in the next election. Now, let me bring up this video of this lady talking about this reparation topic and how much they're going to give you and how much they've been spending. Because I've said already, if you check New York, you check LA, if you check all of their budget, the blue states budgets goes to the shelters and to help other people. But God forbid you talk about helping black people. All of a sudden, oh yeah, we ain't got, you guys don't have enough problems.
Stay pushing.
In other news, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has announced recently that he is going to start issuing reparations to Black folks in the city of Chicago, as he calls it. Okay. That's real rich there, BJ. That's rich. Because, see, we have watched you over the last 4 years hand out $2.5 billion in expenses across the board to illegal aliens. You have done nothing for Black folks. You have done absolutely, you forgot. You would go to little events with Black folks and pretend that, well, I'm a Black mayor and I'm going home to my Black wife and my Black kids and my blackity black on black up down black blackity black. Shut your dumb ass up, you porch Negro. Tap dancing on that porch on that plantation for massa, aren't ya? For these white liberal communists who don't give a shit about your dark ass. Let me tell you what this looks like. This individual has the nerve to try to come up with some reparations for Black folks. Do you know how much that he is going to come up with in this Chicago budget that is already completely bankrupt? The city of Chicago is bankrupt, just like here in Denver, because of sanctuary city policies and these absolutely brainless mayors. Mike Johnston right here in Denver, he's laying folk off, furloughing people, cutting the budget everywhere he can with American citizens because he has taken care of illegals for the last 4 years. See what this has caused? So now back to Brandon Johnson. He's going to get this, $4 million in reparations to Black folks in the city of Chicago. $4 million. $4 million. You have spent over $2.5 billion on illegals, but you gonna offer Black folks $4 million paltry dollars? Negro, do you know how much that amounts to? There are 800,000 Black folks in Chicagoland. You're gonna divide $4 million among 800,000 people. That ain't nothing but $5. God, dog. Oh, Brandon Johnson, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm telling y'all, he has the lowest rating of any mayor in the country. I didn't think it could get lower than the one here in Denver. This dumbass. But Brandon Johnson somehow beat him out. So if you are an FBA and you vote for somebody in blackface like Brandon Johnson, you are stupid AF and you deserve the you get. $5. That's what you're worth. FBAs, $5. Illegals, $2.5 billion. Do the math. Do the math.
Now that is just crazy. And I wanted to show more videos, but this video is getting too long and I have to stop. Maybe I'm going to talk about other videos later. But if you look at the Congress meetings that they've been having lately, where conservatives have been literally asking the Democrats where all this money is going to. And if you hear the amount of money that they're calling, and then you talk about the reparation topic, and I'm like, see, listening to all the amount of money that's going out there, Black Americans, I understand why you would not be happy. I understand why you would not be happy. And all this minorities topic, please, I'm gonna say this: put yourself in your own side. When they bring up black and brown, black and this, black, don't care. If nobody represents you well and gives you what you're asking for, you shouldn't be voting for the person. And I have a feeling that the Democratic Party is going to lose a lot of votes in the next election. And with the way they're fighting for the illegals, it's making me look at them twice. Now, with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with this, my thoughts. And let me know what you think about this whole thing in the commentary section. Do you think the Democratic Party is working for you, for the Black American community, for the FBAs, or do you think they are working for everybody else, every single person else but you? And if you think they're working for you, please tell me in the commentary section what you've gotten from voting for them. Tell me what you've gotten from them. I would really like to know in the commentary section, because this whole thing looked like you being used again and again and again and again. And don't forget, the people in that seat, they are coming from all over the world, like people from Mexico, the Asians, Latino Asians in that lobby over there, in the Congress over there. So of course they're not going to listen to your plight. But when election time comes, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the fact that they're talking about reparations now, and I'm like, when Biden was there, you didn't talk about this. And I hope they better not bring this reparations topic and put it in you guys' face when election time comes, because I know there's going to be some people that are going to fall for it stupidly. But I still think that African Americans, Black Americans, should hold on, because if they don't pay you, it's never going to be right. If they don't give you that, I don't care if somebody doesn't know how to manage the money, if somebody squander it, that is their topic. But not everybody's going to be doing that. Now, with that being said, I will leave you guys right now, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day. Do not forget to press that like button, subscribe. If you disagree, let me know in the commentary section. If you agree, let me know in the commentary section. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day and goodbye.